All right, good morning. I'm John Wright, author, historian, and this is the first episode of The American System. The American System of Political Economy, or just the American System. I'm going to tell you why today Black Lives Matter, or BLM, is a fraudulent organization. But first, in the American System, we always bring up the three lost principles of being American. One, the basic principles is national banking. Two, protective trade tariffs. Three, and then national investment of infrastructure. Education, roads, healthcare. Okay. Why Black Lives Matter is a fraudulent organization is their new pamphlet. And their first two grievances are because the United States was founded on slavery. Black people still have no rights. This white supremacist system is bound to respect, and there is an epidemic of unpunished murder by police. Right? The United States was not founded by slavery. That's a lie, okay? And Black Lives Matter and the people who are into that organization and other people as well do not know the history. Anyone who thinks that the United States was founded on slavery doesn't know their history, okay? The United States was created basically by three people: Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington. Okay, so, and the United States' infrastructure was built by people paid by the government. Okay, the third principle of the American system of political economy, which is internal development, national investment of internal developments. We have that national bank that we don't have to borrow money from Chase Manhattan. We can just create our own money, okay? Two, because the U.S. was built on and continues to carry out genocides of native peoples, okay? Let me tell you something about that. The genocides that were on against the American Indian, again, was private. It's private, free enterprise. Even though Andrew Jackson used the United States military, it was still an illegal action, and he was paid by J.P. Morgan Chase Manhattan Bank to move the Indians from their negotiated constitutional lands in Georgia and Florida to Oklahoma, where they called the Trail of Tears. Okay? Now let's go on. But even though that black people being shot by the police is a terrible thing, it's not the worst problem in the U.S. 125 to 170 black folks were shot last year by police, while twice as many white folks were shot than black folks by police, 300 or so. But still, that's not the biggest problem that America faces at the moment. Okay, 2 weeks ago, 172 people overdosed on opioids. Okay, last year 30,000 people overdosed on heroin. Okay, so the illegal drug trade compensates for $75 billion of lucrative cash in the banking industry. That's the reason why we still have drugs in the United States, illegal drugs and stuff like that. It's not that we can't stop it. It's just that we don't want to stop it because the white-collar America, people who are in the banking industry, people who are in the stockbroking industry, people who want to get rich quick without calling investors, people who invest, gamble on something, they keep the drug operation going. It's them that keep it going, and their greed. Right, so anyway, that's the reason why we can't stop illegal trading, is because everyone's getting paid off right now. So George Soros gave Black Lives Matter a couple $100 million, right? And to finance it up, a couple $100 million is nothing in comparison to $75 billion. So, in order to keep their drug operation going, they have to create some type of diversion, right? So the media focuses on, black people being shot by the police, when in actuality, we had 30,000 people overdose last year. Now, What would happen if the media focused on 30,000 people overdosing, right? Well, there would be a public outcry about it. Something would have to be done, which people are making too much money off the drug trade right now. Americans, British folks, none the like, okay? Your white collar, conservative, Democrat, you name it. Anyone who invests in the stock market, right, is making money on the drug trade. So if you're an investor, you're a very evil person, okay? So on that count, the banks are funneling money into the media, right, and Black Lives Matter in order to keep up their illegal operation going. So if you're a part of that, shame, shame, shame. Black Lives Matter is a distraction from the real problem, okay? This is John Wright, and you are watching The American System, which means national banking, protective trade tariffs, and a national investment of infrastructure, education, roads, healthcare, okay? Thank you.